It seems like a real run-up by the media to push for either more members of the court, more court packing, or just changing the subject from the absolutely desperate shape the U.S. economy is in and the desperately bad numbers for Joe Biden. This is total bull, okay? And I put this in the same category as Alvin Bragg's indictment against President Trump.
As Laura Ingraham's incredibly low energy attempt to distract people from the amazing work that ProPublica did in profiling literally decades of massive, some total millions of dollars of gifts and trips that Harlan Crow, real name, gave to Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. It is bribery on a level that I hope we've never seen before. I hope never's happened before. But to her, she puts all of this on the same level as the Alvin Bragg thing. I don't doubt that she does. It's something that she doesn't want the audience to take seriously, but that they would definitely take seriously if it was someone other than Clarence Thomas or Donald Trump who were implicated in them. If this was, as many have noted, if Sonia Sotomayor had been like taking a trip through the Caribbean on the George Soros Carnival or something, I think Laura Ingraham would have an issue with it. I think that if Joe Biden had been paying hush money payments from his affair with a adult film star, I think maybe Laura Ingraham would be interested in the legal process that resulted from that. But of course, when it's their own guys, they don't care. Brett, what do you make of it?
I'd like to report a missing person, and I think we should go check on him. He's a cute little baby boy. His name's Tucker Carlson. Where's Tucker? If you watch Tucker Carlson on a daily basis, this has all the trappings of something he would hate. Elites in Washington, behind the scenes, telling you that they're just for the people, when really they're literally on a yacht somewhere, glad handing each other under the robe. Where's Tucker Carlson? I hope he's okay. Is he alive? Somebody check on him.
Pearson has been in the news recently for helping to facilitate an insurrection at the Tennessee State House. You may have seen him, but you may not know what Justin Pearson was like before his transition. Back in 2016, Justin Pearson was an earnest young student at Bowdoin, the whitest college in the whitest state in America, a place that costs 60 grand a year for no obvious reason. A rich kid's school.
You're familiar with Tucker Carlson. You're probably familiar with where this is going to go. If you're not familiar with him, you might not know that this is going to become one of the most casually, openly racist segments on cable news that I'm familiar with. It's cloaked a bit by the fact that he's sitting at a desk in front of a big digital screen and he's wearing a tie. But these are the same ravings you'd hear from a drunk guy in a bar. That's all it is. See, Justin Pearson is an outspoken representative, and dear God, a black man at the same time, that can't be allowed. Tucker Carlson has very specific qualifications for you to actually be black, according to him. And so he feels he has come up with some ways that Justin Pearson apparently doesn't qualify. I apologize in advance for this next clip, but take a look.
I want to bring together different voices, dissenting voices, voices that may be more liberal or more conservative, in order that we can reach a point of sort of the radical middle, where conversation and dialogue happens and growth happens. Join the People's Pearson campaign, and let's chart ourselves to a better future.
I want to bring everyone together, said Justin Pearson, in a voice that if you closed your eyes, you could easily imagine coming from a suburban orthodontist. Justin Pearson wasn't white, that's probably how he got into Bowdoin in the first place, but he did a fantastic impression of it. What a nice young man. Has he considered the apprenticeship program at Citibank? That was the old Justin Pearson before his transition.
I honestly don't even know where to begin with that. We could start with the fact that suburban orthodontists are actually obviously only white, because if that's what you're like, then that means that you're white. It's a transition now. The fact that these schools are only for white people or people who want to become white to go to. The fact that if you close your eyes, he sounds white to Tucker Carlson. So I guess he doesn't get to be outspoken in the future. I mean, we could return to the point that he said that Justin Pearson talking through a bullhorn is an insurrection. He spent the last couple of years insisting that breaking through the windows and doors of the Capitol and leading to multiple deaths is not an insurrection. There was a lot of just insanely openly racist stuff. He gets to decide who is white, who is black. If you ever put on a tie or speak in a way that he thinks might result in you getting an internship, then in his eyes, he's not being explicit about it, you've lost something. You don't get to, I don't even know what. There's like a subtext here that his audience 100% gets and is ready for that I just find to be insanely disgusting. Anna, what do you think?
I agree that what he's saying, I mean, multiple portions of the 2 videos that you showed are beyond disgusting. Let me just start off with Tucker's shallow faux populism in mentioning that the school that the lawmaker went to is like a pricey school. We're not talking about college when we talk about Tucker Carlson. We're talking about from the beginning of his schooling, grade school to the very end. He spent, or his family, the Swanson Ayers family spent a ton of money. He went to the Buckley School, which currently costs $50,000 a year to go to. That's a grade school. He sits in the lap of luxury. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, yet he has the audacity to go after a black lawmaker for getting an education and probably taking out quite a bit of debt in order to do so. He then proceeds to assume that this intelligent man got into the school simply because of his skin color, simply because of affirmative action, because God forbid anyone acknowledge that there are plenty of intelligent people who get into these colleges and universities based on their own merit, people of color. It's just, this is who Tucker Carlson is. And I just wish that his show wasn't the most watched cable news show, because it's precisely this divisive garbage that prevents ordinary Americans from banding together to accomplish what we need to accomplish in this country, accomplish policies that allow for Americans to do well, to thrive, and to be happy. It's just pushing more hatred, more division, and it disgusts me all around.